Hello fellow nerds, it's that time again, time for another episode of the Sprue Cutter Chronicles. Today we are going to be making some Ork Lootas. Now you can actually make a variant with the Ork burners, but I'm going to be sticking with the Lootas. After doing a little bit of research, it would appear that they are the more viable unit. So let's see what's in the box. Hey, look at that, we've managed to open it first time. Oh, we've got 3 sprues in this one. Obviously we get the instructions and the bases. I'm going to start magnetising the bases now as well. Bought myself a new case with those like metal trays in it so you can carry them around. Got some magnets which were pretty cheap on Amazon. I think I got about 100 of them for about £10. These are 4mm by 3mm or something like that. So they should just go on nicely in the middle. Well, sometimes not in the middle because they're that little nipple, isn't there? I'm going to glue them in straight away. And they could be drying whilst I'm building the models. So I'm just going to stick a tiny drop of super glue, Gorilla Glue I'm using because it's very thick and strong. There are obviously other strong glues. Be careful with it though, obviously don't get it on your fingers because you're going to glue your fingers together. Or like I saw some idiot do on a YouTube short, he glued his lips together. Not really sure what he was thinking he was doing, if anything. Probably not a lot of thinking going on there if you glue your lips together. Yeah, the sheer look of terror on his face when he realised his lips were glued together. I felt really sorry for him, but at the same time, oh, you son of a... Now I'm about to get it on my fingers. Right, that needs to get wiped off pretty quickly, which is why I always keep a cloth just down by my leg. Put them out of the way. Right, let's build these orcs. A couple of people have mentioned that they find it very useful that I can show the actual instructions, so they're going to stay there. And we're going to start building these. So what do we need? Oh, they want me to glue the legs to the bases straight away. Well, we're not doing that. So are all the legs the same then? Yes, they're not identical, are they? It's just whatever ones you want to use by the look of things. Yeah, alright, okay. That's weird, they're not even numbered, so we can just use whichever ones we want. Alright, well that's easy, isn't it? So we can just cut... Are they numbered? I don't see any... In fact, I don't see any numbers on the whole sprue. Oh, yes we do, 3. 3, 3, 3, what the hell? E. Well, this is new. Why have they done that? Yeah, there's no numbers at all, it's just letters. A, B, C, D. Alright, okay. Let's go with some legs in. We'll start here then, I suppose. It's a little bit different, isn't it? So we can just use any legs we want by the look of this. Let's just cut all the legs off. These are the only legs that look a little bit different. Oh no, they're the same as those ones with the spiky toes. Alright, okay, well we've got all the legs. We've got five lots of legs. I guess the bodies are all the same as well then. Let me just make sure. Yeah, they've all got slightly different armours on, but they're all the same shape and size and angle by the look of things. So we're going to cut all the bodies off as well then. Hey, why did that come off? And then we'll just mix it up. That's the only very different one. I've got like a naked torso with a chain across. From what I can see, the rest have all got like armour. Or, yeah, right, okay. Hello, that's a bit fiddly, that one. I might have to give that a little bit of a trim. So we've got 5 legs and 5 bodies. So let's just mix them up like that. There we go, done. That was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? Let's glue them together. As you can see, nice and clean today, because we cleaned it at the end of the last video, so that the glue would come out nicely. Right, what we've got here, let's plonk your body in there. Might as well stand you up as well. No, in fact, we'll lay you down. So these arms are just going to be a matter of choice then, are they? Make sure I don't stick flamers on them. What's that? It's like a goblin backpack. It's one of these got a backpack then. Oh yeah, this one. No, that doesn't go in there, does it? You what, mate? We'll figure that out. It goes on the back of somebody. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I'll get the words out in a minute. So we've got 4 flamers there at least. There must be another flamer somewhere. What's that? That looks like a flamer. It's got the... Oh no, wait, it's got light electricity on it. It looks like maybe that's lightning. Some sort of energy weapon. This may be a bit more difficult than I thought, just first looking at it. Kind of come to rely on those numbers a little bit. It's not going to be the end of the world. It won't be massively difficult. It's just going to be a bit more difficult. Stick you in there. Will these actually stand up without falling over? I think they will. Yeah, we'll stand them up then. Make sure I stick all these bodies around the right way. Am I standing them too upright? Do they need to be more sort of bent over? Or stooped? I guess we'll figure that out. I mean, he's very stooped. In fact, he's going to fall over. I have to lay him on his back. Same with that dude. Right, so we've got arms. Choose the variant you want to build. Well, we want the blue ones, don't we? So what Let's have a look at these weapons. Where are they? Right, well I can tell you what we don't want. We don't want these. And that looks like that's a flamer. And that was... oh, I was right, so that's that one, isn't it? Yeah, so we don't want that one. So we'll get rid of that. We're going to put that one to one side, just so that it's out of the way. We can't make a mistake. And then it looks like these other ones are flamers as well, aren't they? Yes, so these are all flamers for the burner boys. We don't want them, so let's get rid of them. I mean, it's not that we don't want them, we're just choosing the looters over the burners today. Like I said, I did a little quick 5 minutes of research, and it suggests that the looter boys slightly better option for me anyway. Whoa, that flew across the room. In fact, we'll put it back over there because it's not a spare part, it's just a bit of the sprue. I think the burners are good for like horde type enemies from what I read, so I imagine they'll be pretty good against Tyranids. Or maybe not, I don't know enough. Don't take my word for it. Okay. We got some weird, what the heck are these things? Right, so it feels like there's too many weapons. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got at least 4 weapons there. And then we've got another 2 weapons here. I'll probably go with this one, not that one. Who knows? Oh, okay, right. Okay. So one of these has the backpack on, but I don't know which one. I can only imagine it's the one with the little hole in his back, but that is nowhere near big enough. Hey, my thumb's stuck. That's nowhere near big enough for that, is it? I don't see anything else that goes on the back. I'll get to it. So the arms are all different as well. So we're going to have to pay attention to those. I mean, these all look like bullets. So I think these are the ones. If I'm looking at, no, it's like it's underneath holding. Okay. Right, these are the weapons we need. So that's the handle with the plate on the side of the arm, which is that one. So that's A. Is that what it's telling me? So that's A. Oh, I see. So that, oh, okay, right. This, what an absolute genius. It's taking me that long to figure that out. I did think that when I first looked at it. So A goes with A goes with A. So all of the A's go together, all of the B's go together. Right, okay. Well, I don't know which ones I did for the... I mean, it don't matter for the body and the legs, so we can just pick any body and legs. So we're just going to pick this dude. And we're going to go with... So we've got both the A's, so that's going to be the left arm, or the right arm, that's going to be the left arm. And then, I guess pick a head. Can you pick any head? It would appear so. There is a specific head with this. Right, which weapon is this? The double barreled. So that's this thing here, isn't it? The big nose ring geezer. Where's the big nose ring geezer? He's got a bloody Tesla coil sticking out of his head. Where's the big nose ring one? Some of these heads are really funny. I love this one with a cigar in his mouth. That's hilarious. There isn't one with a big nose ring hanging out of his nose. What? Oh, it's this thing. That's not a nose ring, it's the, it's the target on his gun. I thought it was a nose ring. It's here. Right, well there we go, he's got the ponytail, or the whatever you want to call that. So we've got that there. And then we need this middle mount thing, which is, I want to say one of these. Is that? No? Right, well it's not any of those. It's definitely not on there. It's got to be these things. They don't look right though. Unless that's because it's up the wrong way. Ah, it's because it was up the wrong way. Right, okay. So what one do we want? One with the bullets in. Is it A? Yes it is. Okay, just look at the letters. Is this the old style? Are these like older models? I've only bought them in the last month or so. Right, so that goes like that, which attaches to that like that, and it's wanting us to glue that straight away. So let's go straight in. Let's get the clippers out of the way a little bit. Let's go straight in with the glue. A little bit in there, a little bit in there, a little bit in there. And we're going to trim that little bit of sprue off of there that we've missed. There we go. Squash that in there. So what's that going to sit over his... Yeah, okay. We should probably glue his head on then, shouldn't we? Is it telling me to do that first or after? No, it's telling me to do that after. Okay, I'll do it after then. So that gets glued on there, and then it wants me to glue the arm on as well. Interesting. Okay, I'll do as I'm told, or as shown. Hopefully that lines up nicely. And then that just slides over, I suppose. It should all fit together. I'm not keen on the way these are put together. Right, I'm not putting that arm on yet. I'm going to put it on after. I'm going to glue that on. Yeah, I'm not keen on the way these go together. These are very, very fiddly. also very front heavy. I suppose that's why you're sticking them to the base first, or why it's telling you to stick them to the base. That doesn't even look like it's pushed together, if I'm completely honest. There we go. No, that's definitely not sticking. We want it up as well, don't we? We don't want it pointing at the ground. There we go. What's the state of play with these? They are pretty firmly in place. Nice, right, okay. Just making sure that's holding, and then we'll stick his head on. If the glue will come out, there we go. Yikes. There we go. He's moving around a lot. I do not like that. It's almost like that arm is not sticking. Something is really... Yeah, that arm is not making good contact at all. Just gonna have to see if I can get a bit of glue down there. Yeah. Right, we're going to put him up there. We're going to not touch him anymore. We're going to select this body. Going to make sure that those arms are nice and clean for a good bit of contact. I'm trying to think if there's a better way of doing that. Maybe stick the arms on first. Right, what do we need? We need B. All of the B's. So we've got B here. So first things first, we need to stick the top of that on there. Make sure that is nice and trimmed. I see somebody using the back of the one of the craft knives the other day. That looks like quite a good idea. I might have to do that moving forward. Come on, glue. What? That is not going on flush at all. That's a little bit better. In fact, that's a lot better. Yeah, we're going to give that a minute to glue. Why do I feel like something's missing from the side of this? I guess that's because that glues onto there. Yeah, this frame causes all sorts of issues. It's very flimsy. It's almost like it needs a couple of just like little nooks or something for the arms to kind of press into, but they're not. There's nothing there. It's just a smooth surface. So they're not going together tightly. And if you're pushing down on them, your thumb's kind of in the way to see where it's lining up. I think that's pretty well pushed together. Just trying to see in there. What head do we want for that? Let's go with this guy over there. Let's have a look at all of these heads actually. Right, not that one. Might go with the cigar geezer, you know. I know that's probably supposed to be on a burner boy, but I think it looks pretty cool. God dear. If I can even get it in there. There we go. Lovely. I'm going to leave him like that for a minute. How's this one holding up? That's pretty solidly in there. Just got to be patient with that glue. And I'm going to have to be very patient holding him to his base as well, by the looks of things. Or not, he's holding on. He looks wonky, doesn't he? Let's put him over there. Looks like he's leaning to one side. I guess they all sort of are, because of the way that their legs are. Okay. Two down, three to go. And I knocked my glue away. He will not stand up. Right, stay there like that. See if I care. All the C's. I say all the C's, there's only 3 of them. Here. Oh, we've got different frame. It's this one. By the look of things. Yeah, of course it is. It's got the letter C next to it. These have got me really confused, these ones. I'm not sure if I prefer that. Let's pick a head while we give that a little minute to dry. I think I might go with, what's he wearing in the, it's got like some sort of helmet on, like this thing here. Let's see what other heads we've got. They're not on that one. Oh, I like this one. That's going on it. It's got like a cloth mask over his face, like some sort of bandito. Now, what body should we go for? Let's go with this one. That actually went in there very snugly. That might actually do me a real favour. Hopefully this one just kind of sits on nicely. Or not, because the shoulders are a little bit wider. There we go. Yeah, that one's much snugger. What's that? I need 3 hands for these ones. Okay, there we go. Let's make sure that the gun's pointing up and not at the ground. Yeah, that one's much snugger. That one seems to be quite flush everywhere. Fitting in nicely. That's what we like. Nice and simple. Oh, I need to put his head on. Let's not forget the dude's head. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put the glue in there this time. And then, oh, he won't fit in because the gun's in the way. No! My favourite head. The frame's in the way. Unless I clip that little bit off that's sticking out the side. I'll have to. I won't tell if you don't tell. Yeah, you can't see anyway, it's so close to the gun you won't be able to see that a little bit of bandana's missing. Right, that is that one done. Stick him up there next to his pal. We've got 2 bodies left. Trying to figure out why we've got that hole on the back there. What's it for? I don't see anywhere where it tells me. Oh. Oh, okay. I should have built that. I should have built this guy first. Never mind. And it looks like he's supposed to have those legs, because they're slightly different. I could take that body off. That one's pretty well on there, but that one's... Anyway, we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it. We'll just have to make it slightly differently. So he's got like a spanner and some sort of like, almost like a banner on his back. It's this thing here. But I don't want that on his back. I want this dude. I think he looks much cooler. So I'm going to stick that on the back. It is an option because it's over here. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to carefully snip that bit by the head. It also makes more sense because he's got bullets. Like he's reloading the guy. I really don't know how I'm going to get that to stay on there though, because it's... I think I'm just going to cut that off. Very specifically says don't cut it off here. But, like, why wouldn't you? I'm just going to do it. I don't care what it says. Ow! Yeah, otherwise it's not going to fit. There you go. Maybe you're not supposed to cut him off because then his thing will touch the... Well, I guess I'll find out in a minute. What gun does he have? This thing. Oh, that's that flamer. He doesn't have a frame, so we could go with this. I don't know what that is, but that looks like a right arm, not a left arm. That looks like a flamer to me, with the tubing. Yeah, that's a flamer. We're going to get that out of the way. So we're not using that one. That makes sense. There's now 6 flamers over there. It's not, maybe this isn't a flamer. What? But it's got the pipe. Nah, that's definitely a flamer. Get out of the way. What other weapons have we got then? Because we've got, I think we've got 2 over here still. No, we haven't. We've got 1. Okay, well I guess that limits us down to this one then. So we're going to go with this one. And this arm. Wait, no, we can't use that arm because that's two right arms then. We've got the little runt's head there. Let's stick his head on. I'm trying to scratch it in there and it's not coming out. I'll just throw his head over there. I don't need it. He's got a little cigar in his mouth as well. If you can see that. I don't think we need any of those anymore, so I'm just going to put those out of the way. We do need another arm though. It's going to have to be one of these ones, but that looks like it's underneath and holding it. And I don't see that arm anywhere. Is that it there? No. Oh, it's... no, that's not it. I'm missing an arm. I can't find it. Unless it's just turned around. It's like one of these ones, but turned upside down. No. What? This is very confusing. So that would go on there. But that would mean I need a left arm, and there aren't any left arms that go with that gun. Which means I have no alternative but to use a different gun. So I think I'm going to have to use right, they're both left arms. In fact, all of these guns are left arms. What's this? Ah, this is a right arm. But surely that's a burner boy. What's the looters got on the... let me see the front of the manual and see what the looters have all got. Oh, so he's actually got that gun. Okay, well that's... should have just looked at the front, shouldn't I? So he actually does have that gun attached. So we're going to put that on then. Why is this glue not coming out? Come on, boy. There we go. Maybe it's getting low. I mean, it's getting quite low. I wouldn't say it was terribly low. Right, that's going on there. So, what arm goes with that? That's the... where is it? It's this one here, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, we don't want it pointing at the ground, do we? Flip here now, mate. I suspect these are older models because these are so much more difficult to put together. They're just really, really fiddly. There we go. Blimey. Okay. Right, what head does he have? He has, oh, he has the weird head with the... the like Tesla coil thing sticking out of his head. I'm pretty glad that we get to use that head, to be honest, because that was my favourite looking one. That looks kind of wacky. If it fits, it doesn't look like it will fit. So the gun's in the way. Gun is in the way. I guess we've got to put the gun down a little bit more. God, this is getting butchered, this one. And the head's fallen off. Turn his head slightly as well. That might help with it fitting on. There we go. Yeah, okay, right. I'm not going to mess with that anymore because no, that arm's not on properly. There we go, now it's on properly. I'm going to have to push those real firmly right now. That's an absolute mess behind that gun. There we go, get in there. Right, I'm not fiddling with it anymore. Arms on. That arm is not ideal at all. It's quite pushed up and back. There's not really much I can do about that now. That's better. Now then. The backpack. Please fit. Oh, that goes on really nicely. Ugh, then falls off. Why is that not sticking on? There we go. That looks amazing. Once that's dried, I'm going to lay him on his back like that so that sticks. Let's just put him out of the way and don't touch him anymore. Oh, his backpack just came off. What a dickhead. Why is that not sticking? Right, it is sticking now. Can I stand him up? Not touching him anymore. Last one. Let's go, let's bring these instructions back over here. So they were out of the way. So it was actually this gun down here that I didn't put on, that I should have done first. I thought that was a flamer. Apparently it's not. Looks like a flamer to me. I don't, what else could that possibly be? Anyway, it's on the front picture, which are supposed to be the looters. I guess that's what we're going with. Right, last one is all the D's. All of the D's. Looks like some sort of energy weapon. These are probably the trickiest ones I've put together, you know. As you've probably noticed whilst I've been struggling. Not what all of these are either. I've not seen them in the instructions. Oh, they're for the flamers. I have seen them in the instructions, I just weren't looking for them. Yeah, just coming back to what I was saying there, these are definitely the trickiest ones I've glued together. I'm just wondering, what's the trickiest one you guys have glued together? I will not be in a rush to do these ones again. Although now I know what I'm doing, I suppose it would be a lot easier. In fact, where's that going to connect? All the way around there. Stick glue all over the place so it all sticks nicely. Let's lube him up and get him in there as well. This is the trickiest part I'm finding. So what I'm finding is, like, it's easier just to kind of hold it like this and then slide him in. And then kind of let the right arm dictate where the rest of it goes. Because there's a little bit of a lip where the right arm can go in. But there's bugger all for the left, for the left arm, which is why it all comes unstuck. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave him. Just making double sure everything's flush. It's not. There's not big gaps. Right, that'll do. Leave him there. Let's get this other one stuck on the base. So this was the most dry one, wasn't it? We'll get him on a base. That is a horrific bit of leftover sprue there. Same again. I'm putting them quite far back on their bases as well, so the gun's not kind of overhanging too much. I mean, it is overhanging still, but not massively. I feel like I placed... Oh, you shithead, stay there. Is this one going to be safe to touch? Scared to touch this one, in case everything just falls apart. I'm going to put him a little bit further forward, but a little bit angled. He's basically the leader, isn't he? He needs to go in the middle, like that. He's the little boss. We need a head. Didn't pick a head. I think I'm going to go with the one that's got like the target thing over its eye. This one. For him. Right, get the excess stuff out of the way, because we're almost done. I'm going to, as always, stick these little dudes on the rotating, on the fashion parade, after I've stuck him on his base, obviously. And I will bring up their stat sheet for you all to have a look at. I'm going to have to hold him on the base for a minute, I think. I don't think he's going to stand up. And his gun looks like it's pointing at the damn floor. Maybe he's up high. We have to use our imagination a little bit. Maybe he's up high. Maybe I could change the way I mount him. Stick a bit of terrain underneath his foot or something. Or a bit of sprue and then decorate the sprue. What have we got over here? Where's them bits of sprue that I cut off? Let's have a look at this. I'm not sticking him on the base like that. I don't like it. I'm going to stick a bit of sprue under there as a bit of support, and then I've got some basing materials. And what I'll do is I'll build it up around it so that it looks like he's got his foot on something. Right, I'll stick that on there. Just using it as a bit of a platform. And then I can stand him on it so that it looks like he's... That's not really doing much, is it? How can I do this? Let's have a look. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. His gun's not pointing at the floor anymore. I need... And I'll build it up. Right, we're going to put them on the display so you can have a look. We're all done. And I'll put their stat sheet up with them, and I will see you guys on the next one.